Hello, hello, Aquarius. See how powerful this month is for you? I'm eating a graham cracker. This month comes in with opportunities, especially to use your boldness, to use your power, to assert yourself creatively, especially in the places where you're good at. There's a lot of excellence this month, mainly in excelling, I should say. You can excel at whatever you choose to do, and you realize why there's so much room that needed to be cleared up. Why you needed to sit in a space of receptivity for a while, and you will continue to do that towards the middle of the month. The full moon, as well as Venus entering Leo, is going to give you major insight, maybe even a realization, epiphany, things I love, maybe some synchronicity. And then you will feel more free. You will feel this energy you have not felt in a while, very raw potential, just like Capricorn, which is interesting. I see where it threads through, but I didn't even realize it until now. There's so much longevity and power and understanding of yourself this month that you'll experience a surge and a knowing that Cancerians do. There's also this tinge of the people who once knew you may no longer recognize you. Whether it's you changing your appearance, I believe this is coming from the inside more than anything, but whether you're changing your appearance or not, you look different. You may be walking taller. You may feel a spark. You may feel some luck you haven't felt in a while. And it's all coming in to give you, again, this cruising along in your purpose, your identity, who you are. You're taking those realizations, you're putting them to practice, whether you are taking a risk or oh, here comes my Aquarius baby right now. Hello. 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 He really likes to sit here sometimes. There is this development in yourself. There is a playful side to you, but it's also even competitive, you would say. But it's just about you having, again, this energy that you haven't had in a while. This Mars energy moving into a fellow air sign of Gemini by the end of the month will have you understanding what you need to communicate and have you answering the questions you've been asking yourself, or what you will be asking yourself by the end of the month. Because whatever has happened and whatever patterns or certain situations that have come up time and time again, you're finding a different way to receive, a different way to give to yourself, a different way to understand what you maybe deserved more of, maybe more appreciation. Maybe you found it to be very childlike, very much not in alignment of what you're worth. And you're finding yourself either speaking up on it, noticing it, or noticing it and really moving on from it. There's this momentum, love, passion, everything coming back into your life where you have more of a childlike wonder after a long term of hard work. Not that this won't continue to be hard work, but it's almost like nothing compares to what has been going on the past year or so. If there is someone in your life who is trying to get in with you romantically this month, they may not realize that your energy is kind of set on work. You're set on more creating, and if they understand and they really love you, or they really care about you as a person, or they respect your boundaries, then by the end of the month things look better, things look good. But if it's someone that doesn't, well, your boundaries may need to be stronger in the romantic department. There is a maybe even like a new sense of freedom in that respect, in that regard, where you are even more assertive with your boundaries. That you don't care how good looking and shiny or wonderful this person is. That's fantastic. However, will they be patient with me at this time while I'm doing other things, while I'm excelling in life in the way that you want to? And this could be about being a mother even. This doesn't just have to be about that a career. Being a mother is a career as well. This very much is a time where you open up to a side of yourself that could have felt anxious or given you anxious tendencies, and now you're willing to listen and act upon it, and you realize that really this is just something that you've been suppressing for a while, or didn't trust yourself enough to relief and be released of. Again, by the time Mars enters Gemini at the end of the month, you will understand how to act upon it even more. So there's an opening in this whole period right before Virgo season. Virgo season is the time to more so take action or let things unfold, let things come to you, and then you decide what to take action on. If you have an experience with a Gemini this month, they may not be able to be grounded enough for you. However, they provide quite, even just with maybe casual conversation, they provide insight, or you have the opportunity to learn something from them. If there's an Aries or a Cancer in your life as well, there is potential. There's a potential to also learn and take what you could from what they've shown you. Maybe this is you gaining insight about the people in front of you and about how that situation made you realize that you weren't being appreciated enough. You weren't being given enough. And now that you look at what you have now, you realize that there's more and you're worth more. And if you're still in that situation, you're learning how to express that now without being afraid, with owning it. Very much owning it, owning yourself. And it's received well at this time. So you're not only receiving things well, but the people around you are able to be more receptive of you, because that imbalance of the parts of you where you were maybe too passive, like I talked to Aquarius or talked to Scorpio about, is now where you're able to counteract those things, and that's actually where maybe your imbalances were. If you find that you're still digesting certain parts of yourself, certain parts of your true free nature, you may find that you're able to do that with a lot more ease this month, digesting past situations, digesting and facing situations aren't so hard. Leo season, like I talked to Sagittarius, has given you much strength this month, because it's possible that these people want to work with you even more, but you're on the fence, and they kind of have to be more receptive to you and to what your needs are. And because there seems to be maybe some selfishness going on here with an Aries or a Cancer, but you're learning where you need to be selfish in a way that's actually beneficial, instead of it being more of a self-sabotage nature, if that is and makes sense to you. Facing whatever you're digesting head on is very important at this time, because by the end of the month, you're going to see where you maybe tried to assert yourself, or where you worked really, really hard the past decade even, or what felt like it's been 10 years in the making, is now this whole resurrection of fulfillment, happiness, joy, abundance, love, everything that you have wanted. And it could be coming from this Aries person, a lot of fire sign here, or someone with Mars tendencies, which is also Scorpio. You may find yourself even more flexible at this time. And again, we talked about being stubborn with your boundaries. Cool. Being stubborn with work Not cool. Being flexible is important. You being willing to speak up, you being willing to be receptive. There's this whole, again, regeneration happening with you and what you've noticed, the work you've put in, what work remains, where yin and yang is required for this balanced outcome. You're here for it, you want longevity, and you're not just in it for a short period of excelling. This is just the beginning to a faster pace that, again, by the end of the month, you'll probably want to go into hiding a little bit by the time we get into that hermit season. However, it may just be working behind the scenes at whatever it is that you're doing up front. You will be gaining a lot of attention to this month, maybe from family members or people that have really understand and have been understanding of the work that you've been putting in. This whole rebirth can feel pretty dark in the midst of the month because those are a lot of major arcana, a lot of light in the dark. But really it's realization after realization about who you are, where you're at, and how amazing it feels. This has been a very positive and lovely reading for you, Aquarius, and I hope that you have an amazing rest of your Leo season. We'll see you next month.